again, your silence is fucking deafening!
Well, I'm going to break the silence myself because I'm really getting tired of it. We need to get these balls drained. When are you available?
I stay in the East. I got a house in the East. I got a 2-bedroom in the East.
A 2-bedroom?
Yeah, 2-bedroom. What you want me to have, a mansion or something?
No, I'm just wondering what the rest of it. What is the rest of the house?
It's a 2-bedroom. It's not like it's 30 people stay with me. I mean, it's nice. I don't stay with nobody. I don't worry about nobody else coming in and out the house. It's mine. I'm independent. Like, what's the problem? I got a house, got a car, got a job. What's the problem? Why you got me feel like I'm filling out an application or something?
I'm interviewing you. I ain't got time to waste. There's other people trying to fill the same position.
So you, like a bidding war or something?
Well, that's where we at. So.
I mean, I'm just trying to get to know you. Like,
so you got churn? I want you to know. I want to get to know you.
Yeah, I got one.
You one?
Yeah.
A whole child?
What you mean a whole? Whatever.
Oh, I don't. That's one too many. That's one way too many.
You don't do men with kids or something?
Absolutely not.
Oh, all right. So you don't have kids? I see that.
Oh no, I got 5.
You got 5 kids.
And that's one thing that you never really realize. When you're in the club and you're looking around, you're seeing all these hot girls, you might not realize that they're all idiots and that you could barely have a 4th grade conversation with them, because that's what I got out of watching that clip. It's like, these guys are giving voice to the really good looking women that have a IQ.
I just read a lot of you feminist attitudes in the comments on the last video I made about just sign, just marry her because you're not going to get nothing in return. I don't give a damn if y'all are mad or not. I'm still sticking to that comment. Just sign on the dotted line. I have a client. He drives trucks. He's a friend too, but he drives trucks and he went, he was gone for a month. And when he came home, and he pays all the bills. She doesn't do anything. And when he came home, there was no meal made. And from what I heard, it sounded like she had an attitude too. Right? And I've dealt with this myself. I provided, and I couldn't even get the chick to wipe out the damn bathtub. So on a general level, not all the time, but on a general level, meaning like 95% of these motherfuckers in the United States, you pretty much just gonna sign on the dotted line and you're not gonna get nothing in return. The very small percentage that will do something, they already snatched up, or they're 18 years old.
I have met this monster once before. 3 years ago, in the dead of night, I hauled one of these giants from the freezing depths of a Norwegian fjord.
XBF was really the nicest guy I've ever met, and took me this long to realize what a positive influence he left. Wasn't ready for him back then, as personal life drama made maintaining relationships impossible. Looked him up for the first time in 8 years. He's now with a girl, and traveling to all the places he and I talked about traveling. She's 12 years younger than him. Why do men do this? Break up with a guy. He moves on and finds someone else. Why do men do this? Are you mentally challenged?
I eat it fast, yeah. I eat it slow, but by the morning, girl, I gotta go. Gotta get ready, tonight is my show. If you okay, you might open my show. Gotta be pointers right under my nose. These niggas max, I can't.
Just a touch, got me flushed. Stupid love, I'm falling. I play it tough, you call my bluff. So shut me up till the morning. It's a rush that I don't trust. You look just like a warning. Do I push my luck or give it up? It's a drug I'm all in. You like having the control, but I know when you feel ignored, then you want me more. So I might get a little colder.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been confirmed that Kevin Samuels is dead. And baby, as a licensed life insurance lady, I see this every day. That's what you see on my spirit. People don't like to have this conversation, but it needs to be had. I talk to people every day about death, dying, and money. And ladies, I'm here to tell you, the average black man in America has a shorter life expectancy than you. Baby, I'm 41. And whatever age you is, baby, y'all better get some life insurance on these people, especially these men. Especially if they're single. Ooh. Because the single man die quicker than the married man. And I like to say it's because they ain't got no woman to take care of them. But y'all call me, all right? Get covered.
Men don't like loud women.
Women don't even like men! And guess what? Bubblegum in a dish. Half these men have shrimp dicks. I'm not worried about it, bitch.
So I'm working on my baler today. I'm gonna try to.
In case you haven't heard, the women aren't the same they were 70, 80 years ago either. I mean, they have cocks now.
I'm gonna just be real. After today, it should be astronomically hard to get some.
Nope. Some time has passed and it's just as easy as it was before. Overturning that really didn't change anything. It just gave power back to the state. But women are all thrown out of whack because they can no longer have sex without consequences.
We told men this is something that they shouldn't have an opinion about because it's not their body. That's where the men are.
All these ideas, it's a bubble. America's a bubble. If you were to walk around Ukraine, Romania, Russia, Moldova, Bulgaria, Slovakia, Hungary, Poland, any of these countries and say, do you think it's good for women to fuck a bunch of men? Every single female would be like, what? No, it's disgusting. Like this whole idea, this is Americanized. It's garbage. This Meg Thee Stallion, all this shit that is all Americanized. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. It's in the actual world. It's not real.
Be completely honest, I'm not even that nasty. I just want you to nut in my mouth and then I gargle it a little bit, then I spit it back out, and then we use it for lube in my booty hole.
Somebody please explain to me how we got to the point where men are expected to be damn near perfect for a woman, but a woman can get away with not being shit for a man.
Do you really want to know why 80% of divorces are filed by women? Because it's not adultery and it's not abuse. We know that adultery occurs at virtually identical rates in marriages, and we know abuse occurs at virtually identical rates. In fact, if anything, abuse against men by their wives is far, far underreported. So if there's not a disproportionate amount of abuse or cheating, why is there a disproportionate amount of women filing for divorce? Do you know what the number one factor predicting divorce is? Do you know what the number one factor or life event immediately preceding a divorce is? The husband losing his job, losing his business, or experiencing a major mental health crisis such as severe depression. You see, because men love women for who they are and women love men for what they can provide. You see, women aren't interested in your struggles and they're not interested in helping you through your struggles. They wait at the finish line and pick the winners. And the one right women always reserve is the right to change their mind, often changing the horse they're betting on mid-race. Only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. That's why they file 80% of divorces.
So many comments about different platforms to go to in case they shut TikTok down. I think we
I don't have no ideas. I done got banned on all of them except for Twitter. Maybe I'm just not getting my message through. Maybe I'm going to go to Twitter and see if I can get banned at least once. I need to get banned. And that way I know I'm legit. But as far as TikTok getting shut down, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It just be a shut down ass app. Fuck it. 5 times on TikTok, 8 times on Facebook, and I think 3 times on Instagram. I'm going to have to go with Twitter. I got to get banned at least once. At least once. I'm pretty sure I can say something to get banned. We'll see. I was kind of cruel on Facebook. I mean, they really could kiss my ass.
See, this right here is the reason that I don't be listening to none of y'all when y'all be talking shit on TikTok about all these women having no self-respect. Y'all be calling them fatherless and shit. But y'all be funding their whole lives, bro. Corinna just showed off how much she be making a month off of OF, bro. She made $2 million in 1 month, fam. The number is slowing down a little bit, but she hasn't had 1 month where she got less than 600 bands. In 9 months, she made 10 mil. Y'all be consuming all their content and then come on this app talking shit to them. And don't say it ain't true, cause this money just not popping up out of nowhere. Y'all giving it to her.
First things first, black women, fuck being independent. They only did that shit so we wouldn't have men around to protect us when they came to get the kids. Don't be stupid. This is bigger than independence. This is bigger. Fuck that shit. Black men, you were right. They played us. I agree with you. But at the end of the day, we need you now to be humble and come to our aid because it's about to get gritty. Now.
See, the brothers tried to prevent all these problems from happening. They've been saying this for a long time. In the 80s and 90s, they were saying this. But now it's come full circle. So at least this particular sister is admitting it. Now, y'all got to fix that to get the brothers back, because the brothers are kind of, a lot of them went elsewhere. You have a lot more competition today. So you have your work cut out for you getting the brothers back.
200 people will have to find a new place to live. An apartment complex is terminating every tenant's lease with a 60-day notice.
We're just saying on the 31st of August, y'all got to be out. Well, how can you put us out within 2 months?
It's a notice of termination. Residents living at the Forest at Columbia Apartments in South DeKalb say they weren't prepared for.
Everybody out here is not going to find somewhere to live in 2 months.
Tuesday night, every single resident living at this complex, including families, was slapped with this notice.
And you can't just put us out our homes. We have children.
Now, I want y'all to sit and analyze that. Take a breather. Ask yourself, what is the bigger picture behind why they're moving those people out? Oh, the apartment needs to be hooked up. Yeah, they're going to do that too. You think they're going to move them people back in that same area? How much y'all want to bet they're going to move them people back in the same area? Because see, by the time they want to move back, the rent for the apartment going to be so astronomically high, they ain't going to be able to afford it. Watch what I say.
You saying maybe you should not want a man with money so that you can find someone who makes you happy. And I am saying you should not push back on somebody's preference just so they can find happiness. That is a settlement. You should never encourage Black women to settle. The fact that Black women
let me just okay.
Please, can I finish my statement? Just
no,
this
you
one
can't.
statement.
Now you're gonna listen.
Gotcha.
Now you're gonna listen. Now you're gonna listen. Because I listened to you, so now you're gonna listen.
Right.
Let me just
it's giving pick me. It's giving pick me. It's giving pick me. And you do this to every Black woman that comes on here
but
and
you
says
watch she my wants show.
Money.
But you here at 4 o'clock in the morning.
I love differing opinions.
Right now,
I love
watching
differing
my
opinions.
show, so why
But
are
it's
you
giving
here?
pick me, Kendra. Just
But if
because
you
you
feel
don't
that
have
way,
high
why are you
standards
up
for
with
yourself,
me
Kendra, doesn't
at
mean that
4
Black women
a.m.?
can't have high
If
standards
you
for
feel
themselves.
that way,
You
why
want
are
to
you
settle.
up
We
at
don't have
4
to.
You shouldn't be validating any girls you're not getting with. If you're hyping up girls on Instagram or Snapchat, giving them compliments and shit, when you're getting nothing in return, you're a simp. You're making it worse for the rest of us. You're making 6s feel like they're 10s. Like, you need to cut this shit out. If it's a hookup, give them a compliment if you genuinely mean it. And if it's your girlfriend, then yeah, validate her. But besides that, you have no reason to be validating girls.
One of the most important things, never, ever quit. Never quit. And I've seen people quitting. And if they would have held out longer, they would have been successful. I've seen it so much. I've seen some of the most brilliant people in the world that never made it because they were quitters. They were just quitters. They would quit. They just couldn't take it. They couldn't whatever. Now, you have to also have flexibility, though. You can't necessarily say, I'm never giving up, and you got to be able to weave and bob. You don't have to go through a concrete wall. You have to have flexibility. You have to always be able to change course a little bit, maybe always with that same goal, but don't quit.
Men, let me ask y'all a question.
How do y'all feel about now that women now are not into the Longhorn, the Chili's, the Applebee's? They want 5-star meals now on their first dates. So I'm just curious, how do men feel about that?
You have to look at it from a bigger perspective, bro. When I'm constantly seeing girls naked, shaking their ass, their titties, they all this on social media, it makes me not be as interested in other women because I know other women, they all got the same body parts. My point is like back in the day, bro, back in the early 2000s, back when we were still in middle school, high school and shit, bro, it was a fucking gift and an honor to get a naked picture. And if that shit got out, shorty would be tripping. It would be a huge fucking deal where everybody would be like, oh, she a slut, she a thot, she a this, she a that. Even for fucking a bra and panty pic got out, bro. Everybody gonna be looking at her like a slut. But now, she ain't posting that type of shit on her social media. Dudes ain't even gonna fuck with her.
You can't stop the rain.
Don't want to wear masks are the main ones that don't want to have. She said abortion, but it's our body. Oh God, we should choose what the we want. Yeah, I'm not ready for your mother. It's team them kids, okay? Team them kids.
You're cheated?
For sure, I have. Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
I have. Yeah, I have. It was a very good time. I cheat on everybody and I don't feel bad.
Yeah, we make all boys around the age of puberty have vasectomies that are reversible, mandatory.
You know, it amazes me how many women feel entitled to talk about the man's body and then turn around and also say men don't know women's bodies. So vasectomies, first off, not entirely reversible. A couple of years at most, after which the odds of sterility increase exponentially. See, in the 90s and the 80s, they had these fun sterilization programs that they did on males that most people don't realize. See, they pumped us full of amphetamines, Depakote, known mind control drugs, all sorts of other stuff. All with the known side effects of impotency, sperm count dilution, testosterone reduction. Yeah. They also mutilated our bodies at birth. 90% of American males had their right to bodily autonomy stripped from them at birth. And now you're wanting to expand that from 90% to 100%. But not at birth, at puberty. Are you also suggesting mandatory tubal litigations for all women? And mandatory classes for all women? Oh, wait, no, that's right. Women are naturally mothers. It's all natural. In all my life, I've met 2 good mothers. 2. That were willing to own their shit, change their shit, and be better mothers as days went on. My mother and my wife. I'm not saying there's not others out there, but it's definitely not inborn knowledge. My biological mother left me to burn in the house. My adopted mother is the one who taught me everything I needed to know about women. How to handle y'all, how to talk to y'all, how to care for your bodies, what your bodies needed, how to size your bras that most of you don't even know how to do yourselves, how to sew your clothes before you take them in and let them out, how to cook, how to clean. Yeah, this is the upbringing most of us men had. Most of you women got to live the cushy life not cleaning, not taking care of yourselves. So you don't understand real responsibility and you're pissed off because your avenue to out your responsibility has been taken away. Now you want to visit horrific humane atrocities on children. What's wrong with you? They're kids.
Was first seen in Edinburgh in 1567, but it soon spread south over the border. Basically, it was an iron frame which fitted onto the unpopular woman's head and was padlocked on the back, so only the key holder could get it off. It had a piece of iron called a tongue, which rammed into the mouth and stopped the woman talking. And once the scold's bridle was on, are you ready, Christy?
Man, I don't know about you, but I remember when they tried to destroy the legacy of Martin Luther King a few weeks ago. That kind of hurt a little bit. So, you know, ladies, the reason why I'm harping so hard on this situation right now is because when you attack men in such a way, you're only going to end up hurting yourself the worst in the long run. Because we will make sure this destroys your legacy and not think twice about it. Keep that shit up.
Ladies, congratulations, you've done it. You've become a successful modern-day woman, or basically a traditional man. You can vote for who you want to vote for, go where you want to go, live where you want to live, do whatever you want to do for work. But now what? Well, now comes the hard part. Now you must also take on the roles and responsibilities that men traditionally have taken on, which means you must do the following. Number one, you must marry down educationally like men have done for hundreds of years. Number two, you must marry down economically like men have done for hundreds of years. Number three, you must pay the majority or all of the bills for the family like men have done historically for hundreds of years. This is the true meaning and the true price of feminism.
How does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump?
Want access to Family Guy on Disney Plus? It's super easy to do. Download NordVPN from the pinned comment. Change your location to the UK, and then you'll be able to see all 20 seasons. Thank me later.
You know, I just need a minute and a half of your time. Stopped in at the local Choke Compute last night, and some ladies behind me sitting there belly aching about their men. Kind of got under my skin, so I whirled around and gave them a little advice. And one girl said, I think he don't love me anymore. He just wants me for sex. That struck me wrong. You see, women train men that the only time that they get intimacy is during sex. You see, men are valued for what they can provide and not how they can love. And most men, they sit back and if they voice their opinion or voice their feelings, then they hurt your feelings. And then you have to comfort the woman because you hurt their feelings with your feelings. You see where I'm going with this? Maybe some of you women should try to love a man the way he needs to be loved instead of the way you want to be loved. It's not right. I'm not understanding how we can get to this point in life. You know, the best rest that I ever got was when the old lady sat in my lap and covered my ears with her hands and blocked out the world. And you can't even find a woman sitting in a man's lap no more. It's not there. People don't understand that a man wants touch. He wants to feel something. And if that's the only place that you'll give it to him is in the bedroom, then that's what he's going to take advantage of. Maybe y'all ought to realize that a minute. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Think about it.
What if I told you that, cool, you're going to get married, but you have a 50% chance of divorce, you're going to have to pay alimony, 90% chance that you're going to have to pay alimony, 90% chance that you're not going to be able to see your kids and it's going to go to the man, and you're also going to have to give up 50% of your money. Would you still get married?
Every single man out there listening to this, I want you to do one thing today, and I want you to do the same thing for the rest of your adult life. I want you to work very hard, and I want you to be proud of yourself. And if you do those two things, you'll be amazed how far how close you'll come to your goals. In fact, if you work hard and you're proud of yourself, every single goal you have in mind right now, you're going to surpass. I guarantee.
Love it.
Ask yourself a question. If you just can't get your mind around that there are enough men out there, well, then guess what? You're going to have to compete even harder for the ones that are out there because, like it or not, the men we have are the men we have. And there's work that men need to do, but men understand they got to keep working. Ladies, far too many of you, in my opinion, are simply straight out lazy. Lazy, entitled, and think that you should just take you as you are. Oh, what? I don't know what I'm talking about. Right. Well, then explain to me why 80% of a certain group of women are overweight. And 80% of that number is obese. Explain to me why I can have women in here from 20 to 20 to their mid-50s, all wanting to be stay-at-home wives for the most part, all wanting a man making over 6 figures, but I have to argue about being a dress size 4 to a single woman with no children. How'd that work? How does that work? How do you expect to go out onto the dating market and compete?
We are tired. We men are tired. We are tired of being treated like shit. We are tired of being blamed for everything that goes wrong. We are tired of being blamed for other people's failure. We are tired of being shamed for being men. We're tired of having to fix everything and never getting any thanks. We are tired of having our problems dismissed. We're tired of having our hopes and dreams mocked. We are tired of our brothers dying by suicide by the truckload. And not only is no one saying anything about it, there are some people who laugh about it. We are tired of how our legitimate problems and grievances are dismissed as whining, while every trivial little nuisance that women have is treated like a global catastrophe. We are tired of having to put up with incompetent as our bosses. We are tired of living in a world that is ruled by feelings and moods, instead of a world ruled by reason, logic, knowledge, and experience. We're tired of being called a misogynist just for pointing out how bad things have gotten. We are tired of having to watch every little thing we say and not being able to speak our minds. We are tired of people saying that men and women are the same, that there's no difference between men and women can do everything that a man can do, which we all know is not true.
Fuck that, whoa. Fuck that bitch, I changed the plan. Switch my style like I switch hands. Block the witness, take the stand. Fuck out the way, bitch, back it up. Shit better get played in the palace. I can't treat niggas like big deals. Why put up a front, I'm callous.